Hi, I'm Jody Delight. I'm in northern Kenya. I'm here in an environment where the concept of business is relatively new over recent decades, so there aren't really existing understanding like there are in other countries and other places about what business means and maybe what different roles are associated with business. I've been following 50 people, 51 people actually, for the past 3 years. I come here about every 6 months and I stay here for 2 weeks. And I've been looking at how people's perceptions and behavior change over time as they're starting to learn about business. So I've actually been looking at what we call sort of founder identity. And founder identity is basically what someone's identity is as a business person, someone who has started a business. And identity is an important concept because it helps us to understand maybe how someone behaves and maybe how they think and how they act. So you might have an identity that then influences your behaviors, your perception of things, etc. So what I found over time is that initially people started with existing identities, as everybody would in any context. You have some existing identities already, and some of those influence who you become as a business person. So in this context, it's a very communal context, very collectivist. So there is a strong collectivist identity, and people have identities as a social safety net. So you might give something to someone. If I've got food and you don't, then I might give you some of my food. If I have livestock and you don't, then maybe I will share some livestock with you. If you're hungry, or if maybe you need some milk, or you want to increase your livestock stock, maybe they've passed away. This is an area prone to a lot of droughts. So I might loan to you, but there aren't really any specific deadlines to pay back. Maybe you pay back when the goat has a baby, or maybe your children pay back in another generation. So there's a very different concept of sort of loaning and borrowing. But now the people here have been learning about business, about buying and selling goods for profit, about saving money. Saving money is quite a new concept here. They've also learned about borrowing money from a bank and even from groups that they're in, and how you have to then return that money at a certain time and with interest, right? So they're learning these new business concepts, and even budgeting. How do you budget? How do you calculate profit? Are very new concepts for them. But what I found is that with these existing identities that were here before and these new identities now, these new roles, there's some conflict, especially in a context of poverty where there aren't enough resources to save everything that you want and to make profit, but to share with people who need help at the same time. So what I've been looking at is, how do people deal with this tension that comes up between trying to grow and maintain a business, but also trying to help people in the community that are looking for you to provide them with goods, or provide them with money, or provide them with livestock that now you're looking to do business with. So I'm going to talk about how people respond differently to that tension in future videos.